Skins, first of all, an official welcome back. Of course, it's not been too long since you were last at the club anyway, but I imagine pleased to get back in the building now.
Yeah, delighted to be back. It was an opportunity which I felt was too good of a one to turn down. There's been one or two whispers and rumours over the last week or so, but things moved quite quickly, sort of in the last 72 hours. And as I say, the opportunity to come back and take on a prominent role within the first team this time was too good an opportunity, and one I felt I couldn't turn down.
Yeah, and you mentioned that opportunity, but from your point of view, how has that opportunity really come around in sort of recent weeks?
Yeah, so obviously Rob and Louis and Sweens moved on. There was an interim period, and then Mags got the job. Mags reached out to me, and I met with him, and we had a discussion about what his plans were for the club moving forward. We discussed a potential role for myself and what that would look like. And to be fair, it was something that was then appealing. We sort of left it for a few days for everybody to mull over. And then obviously the club made me an official offer, and one that I was delighted to accept.
Yeah, and you mentioned in terms of coming back and I suppose being more involved around the first team picture, but what is it really that's going to change from your point of view now in terms of, I suppose, how you're supporting Carl and how you're helping out in that first team scenario now?
Yeah, so I'm not somebody that gets hung up on titles. So Mags, or I should probably call him the gaffer now. So the gaffer is the gaffer. I got to know Liam through my previous role. Liam was doing some work there as well, so I know Liam, so I'm not coming in and meeting Liam for the first time. So I know Liam, and mine and Liam's role is just to support the gaffer. I'm going to take a lead on the majority of the training sessions on a daily basis, which is great. Obviously the gaffer's going to come in with his detail, which is his strength, the detail that he goes into, and Brids has also got his role in terms of what he'll deliver and things like that. So I think together the three of will make a fantastic team, and we'll create an environment that's a positive one for the players and one that helps them flourish and continue to perform in the way they have been.
Yeah, and with yourself coming back in, really, I suppose, what's been the main sort of factors that have made the decision to come back in? Because obviously, as we mentioned, it's not been too long since you were actually last here anyway.
No, I think it's about 6 months. Reasons have changed in terms of why I left in the first place. So it was a fantastic role I had, sort of supporting the youth team as well as supporting the first team. And then obviously at the time there was 3 coaches there, and I was sort of the 4th one who helped out on an ad hoc basis. And I just thought maybe it was a good opportunity to move and have a more prominent hands-on role myself. But when the opportunity to come back arose and to have a real hands-on first team football at a professional football club, playing at the National League level, it was just, as I say, too good of an opportunity to turn down, given I haven't came through the professional playing route. I was average at best, shall we say, as a player. But what I have done is dedicated probably 30 plus years to being a student of the game and studying the game, and the fact that somebody wanted to give me the opportunity to come and work at the first team level, as I say, was one that I couldn't turn down.
Yeah, you mentioned working at a first team level. Of course, some of the boys that are in the building already are players that you'll know from being here last season anyway, but how much are you looking forward to just getting on the grass and working with them? Of course, you've done that a bit today already though as well. Yeah,
so I've had a loose reintroduction, if you like, today, and obviously probably about 50-50 split in the squad of boys who I know, and it was great to see them again, and they certainly made me feel welcome. I've tried to make a point of getting around the boys who I maybe don't know on a personal level to start and build that rapport and relationship, which will be key over the coming days and weeks and months. But listen, you know yourself, you've been at the club a long time. It's a very warm and welcoming club, and that's certainly the feeling I got today when I walked back through the doors, from everybody from the staff and reception to everybody connected with the club, and it's a nice feeling to be back.
Yeah, you mentioned, of course, your previous role having a bit of a link with the academy, but the role you're taking on still has some link with that as well. So how is that sort of dual role, I suppose, looking for you?
Yeah, so obviously the club have got the junior academy as well as the links with the college. So part of my role will be a sort of player development role, whereby both those organisations are up and running, but it'll just be if they've got any queries, concerns, maybe some CPD events and things like that, then I'll lead on those and try and make sure that they're trying to produce players who potentially and hopefully in years to come maybe make it through to the first team here at Gateshead, or if not, continue on their footballing journeys and play to a good standard.